somebody asked me, what do I do when my person is all talk and no action? And not just about love, but about everything. Ugh, that got me because I've been with some people that one might say they're pretty lazy, huh? Because sometimes no action just looks like laying around, doing nothing, refusing to stand up. But sometimes there's another angle to this where we wouldn't look at the person and say, oh, they're lazy because, you know, they got an energy about them and they're talking a good game and they got all these ideas. And honestly, they get us excited. They're inspiring, like an excellent hype man, and they should be a motivational speaker for the way that they just believe in themselves. And yet I have never seen them do a damn thing in their life. I know how that feels. And I think that what we're looking for when we want to answer this question within ourselves is we're looking for consistency over charisma. Words are easy. I can say a bunch of things right now. But actions require integrity. The integrity not just to do it once or twice, but every time, even when no one's looking. I think that some of us might have some habitual dreamers in our life. And they dream really big, but they often fear failure more than they desire success. That's weird, right? That fear is a bigger energy in their life than desire for good things. And yet some of us kind of understand. We've been afraid. Some of us are afraid. And it's really important that we acknowledge when someone is that habitual dreamer, a chronic procrastinator. Sometimes big talk like that and the charismatic approach could signal ADHD. Could be a mental health thing, right? Maybe a fear of responsibility. Sometimes it could even be narcissistic traits. It's really hard to not be able to pin down exactly why this person keeps saying one thing and doing another, which is doing nothing. But what you need to know is that if you attach yourself to that kind of energy, you're going to end up doing everything. For them, for you, you're going to be living their whole life for them. And if you mess up, they'll resent you for it. And if it goes well, they'll claim the credit, which will be okay for a while. But after a while, anyone would end up resenting that. No one has the capacity to live for two people in one body. It's just not how energy works. Look, even the most enlightened soul needs follow through. And I know that there's a part of you that probably, I've been there, wants to just keep giving chances and talking about the potential of it all. But potential is a really, really beautiful thing in that if we had that potential and we had that in us as we are, with all the ways that we are, we know exactly what we would do with that potential. There are so many of us who look at others and go, if I had that, I would be so different. I've had people look at my hair and be mad at me that I don't know how to do stuff with it. Because they were like, if I had that hair, and would be very malicious towards me about hair. But you see how I don't care. It's hair. Well, sometimes these people will turn around after all that talk and say, whatever, I don't care. And that, as an enlightened soul, as a divine being, is the real devastation. Because not only did you get me excited that maybe you saw the potential that I see in you, but you wasted my time with your charismatic, grandiose ideas. And now you're mad at me that I hold you to it. That's way too many emotions tied to you being afraid, right? Some of us have got to learn when to let the person who is all talk and no action live for themselves and figure it out. It's never worth the bitterness that is developed between two people dealing with this kind of dynamic. It's never worth it. So, what I would do is first analyze the situation. Is my person dealing with mental health? Is it just ADHD? Look, a lot of people have it. It's fine, all right? There are accommodations that can be made. It's no big deal, I promise. Once you figure it out, you're golden, okay? Cool. Fear, responsibility? Pfft, whatever, right? Like, they got to learn to have accountability. That takes time, but that can be solved. Narcissistic traits? Okay, how many do they have? Enough to be diagnosed or not? That's pretty important. And beyond that, do they have the right to procrastinate or to doubt themselves? Or are there things that maybe their parents said or did that made them think they would never accomplish anything, right? If you know this kind of stuff, then the question has to be, how long can I give this person to work on themselves? And how long can I give them to take action in these different ways? If you can answer that, I think that it will bring you a lot of peace. But you've got to know what you're dealing with. Some people, they bloom late, and you would regret walking away from that. I know, me too. But some people, not only do they not bloom, but they suck the energy of every single thing around them, and nothing blooms around them either. Don't let that be you. You deserve so much more. Good luck. Talk to you later.